Yes, sir. YouTube, Blow Yard Gang, podcast listeners all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown. We talk about all things NBA related, man. It don't matter what team you root for, man. We're here to talk about it all, man. Everything from debates, old school, new school, hot topics, whatever it is, man. And we talk about it all over here, NBA related, man. So join us for these conversations, y'all. We got these same conversations every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday morning, y'all. So simply hit that subscribe button, join us here. And also, too, everybody, please hit them like buttons for us tonight, man. That'd be much appreciated if you can hit them like buttons. It don't cost you anything. It also helps out the channel in more ways than you know. And also, too, man, if you have any questions, any comments addressing any of the topics that we bring up here on the show, simply hit us with the CNC in front of your question or your comment, and we'll address those toward the end of the show. All right, King, let's get to it, man. I'm a real multitasking, man. I got the game on right now, and I'm doing the show. So check it out, man. Before we start, you already know what we got to do, man. We got to show love to the sponsor of the channel.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Yes, sir. Well, King, as you know, there's a couple of topics that's running rampant on the interwebs and amongst NBA fans. One of those topics is who could be the MVP of this year's season, or the other topic, tanking. So we definitely got to talk about that, man. A lot of people have given their opinions on the whole tanking situation. A lot of people have given solutions to it and all them good things, but we're gonna get to it, man. We definitely got to have a discussion about it, man, and kind of pose the question of, is tanking really an issue? All right, so we're going to talk about that today. We're going to do a little recap today, King. All right, man, without your cussing, man, just watch your language. Is tanking really an issue, King? Let's look at it, man. Let's look at it. We got some articles here, man. We're gonna bring up here the evolving problem of tanking, which is crazy, but you know, we're gonna get to all that here in a minute, man. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. So check this out. Says over the All-Star weekend, Adam Silver addressed the media, and virtually every question he was asked had something to do with tanking. He discussed the recent fines given out to Indiana and to Utah, acknowledged the increase in blatant attempts to lose games, and then when pressed on specific solutions, he refused to rule out anything. I think we talked about that before. Says, yeah, the commissioner of the league explicitly said everything is on the table, King. This isn't the reappearance of an annual topic we're all tired. It's a reappearance of an annual topic we're all tired of. Prospective fixes are flooding social media, and radical adjustments are under serious consideration. Radical adjustments is crazy. Tanking fatigue has reached an all-time high. I want to say something, but we're gonna read the rest of these, man, because this is crazy. This is why we're having this conversation. So check this out, man. It says wrestling rotations. It says the recent wave of outrage feels a bit odd from afar. It says after all, Sam Hinkie once openly sacrificed seasons to the quote unquote process, and no one is being quite that brazen with their messaging now. But in this case, and trust us, we never say this. The box scores tell the real story. This is crazy. There are a handful of non-contending teams engineering lineups meant to lose. Will Hardy is explicitly pulling starters in the fourth quarter, and Brooklyn's injury report is looking increasingly suspicious. I just thought Brooklyn was a bad team in general. But tanking used to be a euphemism for bad teams being bad. So now we have decent teams masquerading as bad, and no one likes competitive dishonesty. You know what the heck that means, King, but okay. I mean, well, we'll talk about it. So, flatten the odds. He said, before we dig into a solution, we need to figure out what actually catalyzed this shift. He says, back in 2017, the league shook things up. Hope to prevent another GM from launching their own process. Instead of the worst team holding a 25% chance of the top pick, the three worst teams now share equal 14% odds. And every other team lottery team got a bump too. Unfortunately, the flaw in that system has been fully realized this season. If every lottery spot is promising, then it's never too late to start losing. So how do we fix this, King? You want to stop here or you want to keep going?
Up to you, bro.
Yeah, let's keep going, bro. Randomization, man. So there's countless proposals, solutions, more than we can get through in an entire fashion. He says, but we'll start with one of the most common, completely randomizing the draft in order. So pretty much going back to how the NFL is, you know what I'm saying? How the worst teams gets the best record. The second worst team gets the second record, so forth, so forth. Under the framework, contending teams would have the same odds at the number. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, that's not random. Random. I'm sorry. Yeah, straight random. But we'll get to it because I've been saying there's some people who kind of mentioned some stuff as far as that, who had kind of like their ideas of that or whatever. We'll talk about that here in a minute. It says under this framework, contending teams would have the same odds. Jesus, at the number one overall pick as everyone else. Jesus, the Clippers' improvement already saved us from Darren Peterson in an OKC jersey. He says, please don't reopen that portal. That's crazy, bro. Okay. Well, regulation, King. Says theoretically, nightmare of apocalypse level talent consolidating brings up to the more moderate approach, simple regulation. This is a broad category, but overall, the general idea remains the same. Limiting protections a team can put on a pick. The 27 win threshold. Valuing wins over losses after the All-Star break to improve lottery odds. In a vacuum, some of these sound great, but let's not forget flattening the odds is a prime example of this. It proves one thing: adjusting the system rather than tearing it down might change how teams rank, but it won't stop them from tanking. Got a couple more slides here, King. So elimination. Says, now we arrive to the most radical proposal yet, eliminating the draft entirely and letting rookies enter the league as free agents. Kind of like how they did back in the day before they started doing drafts and all that stuff. It's so radical, it almost feels intriguing by default. But the issues are obvious. Brand name marketings would instantly gain an even bigger advantage than they already have. And small market teams who at least used to be able to say, we own our rights, would be stuck graveling for a seat at the table. Parity wouldn't just be threatening; it would be reduced to a sweet memory, King. That's crazy, man. Misplaced blame. says, as you can see, there is no one size fits all solution. Only experimental band-aids that would almost surely backfire in some ways. That leads us to the question that sparks this post: is tanking really the issue, King? I keep asking you that. You be like, yeah, it's real bad. Since obviously teams losing games on purpose and sitting stars when fans pay good money to see them is a problem. But is the problem solely a result of the system that's rewarding losing, or is it the fact that the fans are paying good money to watch teams full of players that they don't recognize lose for months on end? Last but not least, King. Holistic approach said, well, we'll be honest. In a vacuum, tanking doesn't bother us, but bad teams being given an opportunity to rebuild around a centerpiece they earn through suffering sounds intriguing. It says, what doesn't sit right with us is fans spending hard-earned money to watch a half-baked regular season game that's full of players they didn't pay to see. Thankfully, the solution to that are more straightforward: shortening the season or lowering ticket prices. Swapping variables for slightly different results only obscures the issue. He says, either change the equation or accept that the only solution to the problem is another problem. Let's listen to this quote here, man. Rachel Nichols said something about this, and I 1,000,000% agree with her what she said in her assessment of this whole tanking thing, bro. This is pretty interesting right here, King. Check this out, man.
Tanking is not the problem. If you try to, quote, solve tanking and ignore that tanking is actually a symptom, you are going to make things worse. You have to go back to the actual problem, not the symptom. The problem is bad teams do not have enough other avenues to get better. That's it. They're doing it because they have to. Make tanking not your only option. I would say I would eliminate the lottery. Forget this flattening of lottery odds. That just makes it worse. That just makes it harder for bad teams to get better. A lot of these proposals make it harder, make it easier. Say, no more lottery, no more Dallas getting Cooper Flag, right? Instead, it is going to be the worst team gets the best pick all the way down. By the way, that creates a much smaller group of teams that are tanking, right? Because if you're not in the bottom 2 or 3, and I do think that once you do something like that, you have to say, great, you can't pick in the top 3 2 years in a row or something like that. Oof. And I wouldn't stop, by the way, at any of these proposals. You know me, I always want to hold the owners accountable, right?
Yeah.
So I think, and by the way, I am aware the owners will never vote themselves out, so I know this won't happen.
Right.
But in my dream world, Jason, let me dream.
Yeah.
There would be some sort of rule that said if you didn't hit a certain winning percentage over a certain number of years, doesn't have to be short number of years, but 10 years. If in 10 years you don't hit a certain winning percentage, you have to sell the team and give someone else a shot to do it.
Worse than relegation.
Because here's the thing. Some teams aren't good because of personnel or they got themselves in trouble or a star retired or whatever. Some teams aren't good because the ownership is crappy.
Which ones, Rachel? Yeah, come on, putting you on the spot.
I don't think I have to say. I think people know. Or that the management team is crappy and they've been in that spot for too long because the ownership hasn't been forced to make a change. Yeah. And for those teams, there is no other avenue to get better because those teams are poorly run. So this comes under the same umbrella. Give bad teams more avenues to get better. And by the way, that ownership change would give that older owner, the previous owner, billions of dollars. So I don't feel bad about it.
I mean, I 1,000,000% agree with her on that. So like I said, man, people been kind of giving out their opinions on what they should do about tanking and all that stuff. Charles Barkley had an interesting one that's been kind of going viral. He says, Charles Barkley has 3 ideas on how to fix tanking. Actually makes a lot of sense. This is what a lot of people are saying. He says, can't raise ticket prices if you're below 500. Sound familiar? Every lottery team gets 1 ping pong ball. So that pretty much just flattens the odds across the board. So that means if you won a championship this year, you have an opportunity to get the number 1 pick.
So only lottery teams, Sam, right?
Oh, sorry.
You said only lottery.
Oh, sorry. You're right. My bad. Every lottery team gets it. So what's that? 1 through 14.
Yeah.
I will get a flat out chance or whatever. So that means it don't matter how many games you didn't lost. You get 1 ping pong ball. And this is the one that's been going around, man. A lot of people kind of threw this idea out. I think even Adam Silver kind of brought it up. Removing pick protections on trades. So if you trade that pick, you just lose it. None of that way, man. We still keep the pick if it's top 3 or 4 protected or whatever. It's taking away the complete protections at all. Like I think they have proposed something where what is it? If it's top, you only can do top 4s, and was it 14 and above? So top 4s in the lottery, and then the other ones are not in the lottery. So that was one of the proposals that Adam Silver kind of threw out there or whatever. But yeah, man, like I said, a lot of people are talking about this. This is like the leading topic right now. And it's crazy. All this stuff started blowing up all because one of your favorite teams, King. This all started with the OKC Thunder calling to the offices of the NBA, and they pretty much snitched. That's what a lot of people are talking about right now too. This broadcaster, I think you brought it up on the last show. You was like, the Thunder, the last team to be talking about snitching. I mean, no snitching on somebody on tanking. You're not the only one that thinks that, King. Check this out.
Plus some hysterical news. Okay, so Oklahoma City. I woke up, I thought this was parody. You have NBA Central, you got NBA Central on Twitter. Those social media followers will know. The Oklahoma City Thunder are complaining about the Utah Jazz tanking because they own their pick. The same Oklahoma City Thunder who sent Al Horford, they send him home. This guy's good enough to win a championship as a starter for the Boston Celtics. Like 4 years later, they send him home at the age of 33, 34, so they wouldn't win games. The Utah Jazz sent Larry Markkinen to the bench for 12 minutes at the end of a game. They sent Horford home for 50, and they're complaining about Utah not trying to win games? You got to be kidding me. That's how I woke up this morning. What a joke.
Well, King, with all that being said, man, what's on your... Matter of fact, hold on. You want me to read these something to you real quick?
See.
Let's see what we got here, man. So, okay. So if Utah's pick falls outside of the top 8, it will go to Utah to OKC. That's why they were calling and snitching. He says OKC built a juggernaut by tanking. Now they're upset that other teams are following their footsteps. Says throwback to the Thunder roster not too long ago. I don't even know who these guys are. I'm not even trying to name them. You probably don't even know who I'm talking about. So OKC reportedly has concerns about Utah tanking. They've been working to pressure the league into making the Jazz remain competitive. That's crazy. Did you hear about the Rick Carlisle quote?
Yeah.
Supposedly they were trying to force him. I forgot who it was. They wanted him to play because he was on the injury report. They said no, and they fined him $100,000.
Yep.
Shout out to your guy, Adam Silver.
Yep.
But take it away, man. What you think, man? What's on your mind?
Bro, it's crazy. You said all of that. I don't have much to say about this. I don't think they should touch. Don't touch anything at all. I'm an old man on this completely. I know the Rachel Nichols thing sound good, but then, like she said, it'll get to a point where you don't want the same team to get back to back.
The problem on top of the problem.
So then you got to add a caveat to that or some asterisk. And then you got like what's his name, Charles Barkley saying as well, as far as flattening it out and on. They all sound like they decent, ideas, but I don't feel like tanking has really benefited a lot of people. Like, I don't want to say it hasn't benefited them, but it don't really it's rare that it changes a franchise. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's been teams that have been tanking forever, bro. Like we said, Brooklyn, you said you didn't even think they were good. Yeah, I didn't think they were good. So even tanking, they trash. You feel me? Like, getting a good player there. Somebody had a quote earlier I saw you showed me. It was saying you just want to stop these bad teams from getting good players to change them around. I'm like, that's kind of oxymoron to me, because I feel like if you were a bad team, get a good player. Usually bad teams don't work with good players either. They're bad teams, bad organizations. It's a reason why LeBron had to leave Cleveland and all that. You feel like stuff happened, bro. He's not. So I don't know. I just think there's no reason. I mean, like, are we that serious about this draft where we don't want Utah to get the number 1 pick because it's about to change everything? They better be the greatest team ever or something like that. Like, what's going on? I don't get why this is such a big deal.
Listen, bro, a few things. One, what you just said, I was about to mention the fact that Do you know why people are quote unquote tanking this year?
To get a good pick, right? And this
Well, no,
draft.
because exactly. You supposedly were telling us that this is the greatest draft to ever be drafted in life. So it's understandable if folks gonna try to position themselves to get a generational talent or whatever, right? They weren't doing this in Richard's draft. We just talked about that a couple shows ago. They were trying to give their picks away. We didn't hear no complaints about tanking in. Like, there's a reason why you're hearing this. You ain't hear nobody positioning themselves for 27 or 28. Why? Because we're not hearing the same buzz for those two drafts the same we're hearing about this draft. That's why people are doing this. Like, I don't understand. It's really not that. It's really not that hard to understand, King. And like I said, all you've been hearing this whole season is this draft coming up. This draft, that we're gonna be the greatest draft of all time. We're like, oh, okay. So maybe then we see people hearing these teams position themselves. We like, oh, it makes sense, right?
Maybe stop labeling everybody generational. If you stop labeling everybody generational, then maybe teams will stop tanking for them. Because that's all it seems like these teams do. When you hear a generational player in the draft, you tank for them. That's been all. That's always.
Like I said, did you see anybody tanking the year that Ricochet was number one?
No.
We heard people trying to get picks away. Remember that? People was trying to trade and get picks away, and they both were taking like, I don't want that in that draft. Yeah. Like, so that's why you see these teams positioning themselves now, because like I said, quote unquote, it'll be the greatest draft of all time for what people telling us. Like I'm saying, now I could be wrong. I don't remember, but did you hear this type of this outrage of tanking this past draft with Cooper Flagg and them?
No.
See what I'm saying? Because like I was saying, like it's multiple teams trying to position themselves now. I think this last draft, you might have seen about 2 or 3 teams, you know, so they were just bad, so they end up getting what they got. And then, like I said, they didn't even end up getting the pick. They ended up going to a team that wasn't even well, it mattered we're in the lottery, but you know what I'm saying, they weren't even supposed to be in the lottery. So, like I said, the whole tanking thing.
Wemby, right?
Yeah.
Generational player. Tank for him. Zion. Generational player. Tank for him. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
nobody, no disrespect. Nobody tanked in the Cade. Nobody was talking about tanking in the Cade draft.
Yeah, they didn't
was
see
talking about tanking in the Paolo draft. None of that. And they definitely were tanking in the Ricochet draft.
Even in the Luka draft.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a question. I don't feel like he was at that because Luka went third. So it wasn't that, oh my God, he's a generational player for sure and all that type of. So yeah, that's what I'm saying,
remember,
bro.
17 was supposed to be better than 18. Remember that?
Yeah.
So if I was saying, like, yeah, like the only reason why that is because y'all telling us this draft gonna be generational. So of course people gonna try to position themselves to try to get a pick or whatever, man. Like, oh no, bro. Like I said, we already talked about it before. Your boy, man, being reactionary, man. So your boy Shaq kind of threw out the idea of maybe doing a round robin type of tournament for the top pick in the draft or whatever. And I'm just like, bro,
so that's what I don't get. So the better pick that don't make sense. Wouldn't the team that's trash? Don't you want to? Isn't the reason to have a lottery and to have, you know, high draft picks to give them players to bad teams?
Because they're bad
team. That's why the champion and all gets the later pick, you know, all the way at the end that way or whatever. Because you're a bad team, you get a good pick. Why would you want them to play each other? Because then wouldn't that be the best team out of the group that gets the highest or the best draft pick? You feel what I'm saying? Instead of the worst team would leave first because they're the worst team.
Yeah. So I guess it'd be the opposite. Whoever loses first, they get the
first. Then everybody would try to lose. Then you feel to say that? Just leave it alone, bro.
It's gonna be 2-0.
Just leave it alone, man. They hurting the sport, bro. And that's not even old man talk. Old man get off my lawn talk. It's just Adam Silver, bro. Leave it alone, bro.
So what it sounds like, your boy said there is a change that's gonna happen. Yeah. Now, like I said, teams are tanking this year for this. Now you gonna make all these changes, and if people don't tank next year, you're gonna think, oh, because of what the changes we made.
That's what I was just about to say, bro.
Like,
this is
the draft.
This is the draft they're supposedly talking about. Next year's draft ain't gonna be the same after that. It ain't being hyped up already or whatever. So people are not gonna do it because they not hearing a generational player. And like you said, Adam Silver and them gonna be like, bro, you know, tank.
It worked.
Teams did this and then I'm like, no, they didn't, bro. Come on, man. You know, but that's why I was like, I asked you the last show, are they going to change it for this draft? You feel me? If they did it for this draft, it would be something serious. Like this is a serious draft that they care about. But for the NBA to still say we're not going to touch this draft, it's BS, bro. Like he's not really that serious. If he's really that serious, then let's go. Do it this draft. Do it this draft right here. I'm serious. Do it this one. Why not? If it's that serious to you right now, and this will be a special draft, do something and implement it on this draft.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if they implement that, say they do implement that this draft, it's gonna be a lot of mad franchises, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It is.
It's gonna be a lot of mad franchises. That's why I said, bro, like you said, just leave it alone, man. Like, look, if you want to take away the protections, I'm cool with that. That's fine. You can take the protections away. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's not really too much of a change or whatever, right?
I feel like they added that lately, didn't they? That wasn't always there either.
I don't think it was always there. Yeah, they might have been added like the last like CBA or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think there's nothing like they've been going on since Jordan and playing or nothing like that.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like it was after Jordan. I feel like LeBron, Kobe, and them. It's been since that time. Maybe
I feel like Dallas back in the Dirk era might have done it or whatever, done some protections or whatever. I could be wrong.
Maybe I'm tripping. But we could be wrong. Blow y'all let us know.
Well, no. I thought about that before too. What you just said, I thought about that. Like, bro, this is something new.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like the protections was always when I was watching ball. Yeah, like something that you would do. I feel like it was something that's more recent. Yeah.
Which is why I was saying like if they take the protections away, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
tripping.
hey, if you want to give 4 picks, you gonna be giving away 4 picks. Not we're gonna give you 2 picks, but then the other 2 gonna be protected. Nah, if you're gonna take that gamble, go all the way with it. Give us 4 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 straight first round picks, straight second round picks, whatever you're gonna do. So none of that, top 2.5 protected. Nah, we're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's man, this is gonna turn out bad, man. They're going to change something, King.
Yeah, it's gonna turn out bad at some point. You ain't really gonna recognize it for a while though, until we get another one of those drafts. Or where there's somebody at the top that's like, oh my goodness, it's going to take over the league.
And then we brought this up too, because Rachel brought it up in her quote. We talked about it, like a team like the Kings. The Kings have been trying to win, right? With some of their moves and everything. They're a bad franchise. So it's not fair for the team to suffer because the front office don't know what the heck they're doing.
They've been tanking, I guess. I actually know they haven't been tanking. They've been trying, they just been staying even in the middle or getting a good draft pick, and they draft Marvin Bagley's. You feel me? No shot.
And
shots.
Remember, you went and signed a Zach LaVine and a DeMar DeRozan and traded for
Tyrese Halliburton.
So they've been trying to win. It's just like she was saying, they're a bad franchise, which is why when McIntosh was like, "Hey, you going to put some names on it?" Like you already know who we're talking about.
Yeah,
they're one of the examples.
Brooklyn Nets, franchise. Bro. Brooklyn Nets. We just talked about they had 5 first round picks, didn't they?
Fat Furt, and you can't tell me none one of them is the top anything.
So I told my guy Wolf might he ain't making the all rookie team probably, but still, they had like 5 first round picks. So I mean, they tanked. And got 5 first round picks, and I don't see the issue.
How do you not hit on any pick? You had 5 opportunities, bro. Give the Thunder 5 opportunities to see what happened. Give Boston 5 opportunities to see what happened.
Can you imagine if they go through? So they're gonna get another good pick this year, probably, right? Can you imagine they go through both of these drafts and not find a franchise player? Somebody got to get fired. Like they said, like Rachel said, the owner you gotta start selling the team, then, bro, and all that. That's crazy.
You know what I do? What was that one she said? Quote she said she was saying that
keep a certain winning percentage.
Yeah, you gotta keep a certain winning percentage and all that. Yeah, like bro. Why the Thunder been? Why the Kings been trash like for 16 years?
So you saying
you gotta start answering for that, bro? Like you're not even. I mean, like I said, it's not that you're saying
it's not just passive money. You have to actually want to be an owner. You have to actually. to make it where you care about the sport.
Yes.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? But you,
No,
like you said,
I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm just asking. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying in general, like just speaking out loud. Like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of
You
teams
know-
that will love that when their owners just like passive money and like, damn, go do something and all. And
like you said, Atlanta. Like Atlanta don't even they don't spend no money at all. You know what I'm saying? Like
used to be the Clippers before Steve Ballmer. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like certain teams
But you know
just
what?
don't.
Like she said, they're not gonna sign up for that though, bro.
Nah,
they're not signing up for that.
There's no way. Nobody
Wait,
can.
You trying to hold me accountable? Oh no, we're not signing up for that.
Nobody. Even if the players tried to make that happen with like a CBA or something like that, the owners we'd have a lockout.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a lockout.
We'd have a lockout, then all that happened. The owners knew.
Matter of fact, we better have a lockout tomorrow for even thinking about that idea.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We still got like 5 years left on the CBA or whatever, but now we're gonna have a lockout now for just have you even thinking about that idea.
You force these owners. Some of these owners are billionaires just to be billionaires, bro. So it's just money. Either way, the NBA makes money. If you were part of it and you got an NBA team, so I say don't let these owners and all these franchises, these teams, and all tell you they be broken. Oh hell no. None of the major sports. If you got a team in any of the major sports, you're not broke. Money. You're making money. NBA and NFL or the MLB, you're making money. If you have any of those teams.
Bro, and on top of that, Adam Silver works for the owners. Yes. So he definitely ain't coming to them with that. Like, hey, we want to hold y'all accountable. I'm like, wait, what? Bro, I pay your check. Like, no, get out of my face, man. We'll get another commissioner or whatever that'll fall in line or whatever. So yeah, like she said that. She said, hey, that sounds nice. We already know the owner's not gonna sign up for that, holding themselves accountable or whatever. Cause like you said, the Brooklyn Nets owner, remember he came in there, he all he gonna be doing this and that and this, man. Since he bought that team, what have they done? Exactly. What's another one? The Rustlers over there in Atlanta, because Devon and come talk about it all the time. They don't spend no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you got this. Supposedly, this is like you said, every owner other than maybe the Lakers Jenny never don't own them anymore, but all these owners have like this is passive income for them. Like, I don't understand why you're not able to spend the money that you need to make your team better.
We're still passive income for Jeannie Buss too.
Well, yeah, now for sure. But no, like even like with her, like no, I remember her, like she didn't like have a business outside of like that. It's their family business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it wasn't just passive. She actually worked. You're right.
Yeah, it's like her job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But no, I was gonna say like with like these owners and stuff, like I never understood how you're getting this, like I said, this passive income, and like why you're not investing in your not just in the team, the players, but your front office, getting capable people in the front office. Now, a lot of the problems are the fact that a lot of them meddle. You don't know a lot about basketball, but you're gonna put your little 2 cents in because you own the team or whatever, which hey, it's fine, you know. So I mean, it's your right to do that, but at the same time, do not be surprised when things don't work out because you're not listening to the people who actually know what the heck they're doing.
Yeah. So a lot of these teams, I'll give you an example. Like, say you go in, I'm worth billions of dollars, and I bought this team for, you feel me, $500 million or something. Feel me? At some point, and this team make me now $500 million every year. You feel me? Like I can make like $500 million from this team every year. But I'm worth billions of dollars. I have a bunch of corporations that bring me billions and stuff in all the time. A lot of them, I'm not saying this is right. I'm just trying to give you their mindset of what's going on. A lot of them say this isn't worth it for me. That's the smaller check. You feel what I'm saying? Like this, that's just my change on the side. You feel what I'm saying? Just the team and all. So I just let that run how it's running to keep my money or whatever like that, keep my face known for that or whatever like that. But like Steve Ballmer makes way more money outside of, you feel me, the NBA than he does in the NBA. He throws more of his money to burn in the NBA because he's so rich. So, and if he was a bad owner like a Donald Sterling, they'd be like, damn, like you got all that money. Like, I just don't even care about this. I just want it. But you saying you shouldn't be able to do that unless you actually care about the game. And I mean, I don't disagree. I do think owners should care. I hate that. I hate when fan base is stuck with owners. I mean, I'm an Orioles fan. I was stuck with an owner for a long time that didn't care about the game. So it's trash when they rich as hell and don't care about the game. Yikes.
I mean, I was just about to say that. Yeah, why would you do that? But then you just said it. Like, hey, it's I don't really care about it. It's just money in my pockets or whatever. it's like then you're hurting the integrity of the game or whatever, man. They're making the fan like you want to hear fans, booing you and coming at you all the time and stuff. Like you want that problem.
The Adelson's another example. Adelson's didn't have to change. You feel me? They didn't have to make any type of change at all. They could have just had the company, had the Mavericks, let whatever happens go, whatever is going on, go on or whatever like that. The booing and not going and all that stuff. They still would have made their money off of TV deals and all that stuff. Enough money would have been just something they could make money. And their major plan is, you know what it is, to go do something. But casinos was worth way more than a basketball arena and all that stuff like that. So yeah, they didn't care about that. But now about saving face, and it's a big deal when their face is attached to it and all. That's why now, hey, let's change it around and do a little something different and actually spend some time with it and all that stuff. But nah, bro, it's just they didn't care about that. They just bought something. It was nothing. Chump change to them. This is basketball, ain't nothing. We think about it as big balling to us, owning the basketball team. They like owning a basketball team. I could have did that yesterday.
It's funny. When you talk about them, it kind of reminds me of what Charles Barkley said in his quote when he's talking about, these teams raising concessions and all that type of stuff. That's also a sign that you don't care. It's like, bro, your team is 10 and 72. Why are you raising concessions? Yeah, why are you raising prices?
Let's raise parking by $20.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Which is why the further you park, and it makes you park out further and further, because the further you park out, the cheaper the prices are. You know what I'm saying? I'm parking in the middle of a neighborhood to go downtown to watch the game or whatever, because, like you said, parking like $50 now, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he's parking 20. Like, why, bro? Come on, how am I watch the game? Who cares? You're gonna pay this $50.
Why your parking costs more than your ticket,
bro? And then it's gonna take you like an extra 3 hours to get out of parking if you park that close.
You better hope it's a blowout, because
that you got there early, that you leave early, or that you on the bottom floor. Because if you, oh my gosh, bro, at the events, if you on the top level, bro, it's a wrap. You sitting there, you might have to cut the call for a second, put your seat back, man.
Now, bro, it's to the point like we would leave, and I was like, yo, let's just sit and chill for a little bit, because I know the traffic gonna be bad.
I know.
Traffic getting out of the stadium and traffic, like you said, leaving the stadium is gonna be bad. So, you're right. Like you already know. So, I mean, matter of fact, I can't believe you bring this guy up, bro. Let me see. Your boy, your favorite owner of all time said this, man. He talked about concessions and all that stuff. He talked about the fan experience. I gotta kind of agree with him on this, King. Ain't my favorite person in the world, but every once in a while, what's that saying? A broken clock is right twice a day.
3 times a day. Yes, sir.
It is what it is. Let's see. So this is what he said. He said the NBA should worry more about fan experience than tanking. It should worry more about pricing fans out of games than tanking. He also says, who cares the least about tanking? A parent who can't afford to bring their 3 kids to a game. He also says tanking isn't the issue. Affordability and quality of the game presentation is. You know what, King?
I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna be an asshole real quick. I'm gonna be one. Because I know you were trying to give kudos and be like, all right, he cool and all. He's saying the good thing.
No. It ain't just because of what he said. I will say this. Mark Cuban has backed that up.
Okay, hey. I agree. But I do want to ask you this part though.
Mm-hmm.
Why he didn't say that last year when they raised them prices after they took over that team? When he was still minority owner and all. No, they already changed. Nah, they already said they were going to change and all of it before this happened. Why he didn't say that then? Mm-hmm. Why he choose what to say and when to say it at different moments when it seemed like it benefited? My bad.
That's your boy, man.
My bad. He said something nice. My bad.
But yeah, like I said, with the whole affordability thing, I got to give his props. He had backed that up because we had them issues. So like you said, as soon as they went in there, it literally. Maybe that's the first thing that changed. As soon as they took over, whatever, we gonna raise the prices next year. And folks like, hold on, what?
Didn't they send an email out?
Yep, send an email out. So I got the email.
Yeah, I got the email too because I went to the arena once and all. So
I was just like, yeah. So I mean, I do agree with him, man. And I think that's for all sports too, man. Because and I know it's all part of the player revenue and all that stuff too, that whole 50-50 thing they got or whatever. So, but I mean, when you bring up concerns like this, those aren't as deafening as tanking. That's the clickbait. Like that's the triggering word. Tanking. Who would say? Nah, I said my fish tank is dirty. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad, man. I thought you said something else. I'm sorry. But when you say supposedly, remember, you said that tanking was a problem for the who? For the fans, right? I don't want to pay money to come here and see the guys I don't know. But he's talking about making it more affordable and the quality of the game and all that stuff, which is, like I said before, the All-Star games, for example. That's all part of the quality of the presentation. I've been saying this for the longest. But when you say stuff like that, that is like, oh, okay, that's nice. People shove that. But tanking is an issue,
bro.
I gotta take out a loan just to buy a ticket at a game now.
That sounds nice and all right. Now, hold up. Like the Mavericks were the example of that foolishness. What other teams got like crazy fans that's tanking?
The Utah camp.
You feel like Utah got? I guess they don't got crazy fans across the nation. They got maybe in Utah. Yeah, like you feel like I feel like Utah probably do something. I don't think Utah tickets.
No.
I don't think their tickets would be like dumb expensive. That's what I'm saying. Like, where's a place where you're dealing with like, oh my god, we're this expensive. We're gonna see these players play and all that stuff, and they tanking.
Well,
this is an amazing team.
Thinking like an amazing team, probably like a New York. I can see their tickets being high.
They not tanking.
LA team tickets being high, and they're not tanking.
They're not tanking. That's what I'm saying.
They're not tanking, but I know their tickets are high. But like you said, they have a reason to be.
Brooklyn is tanking, right? Brooklyn tanks. Mm-hmm. People go to Brooklyn games to see other teams. The Wizards tank. People go to the Wizards games to see other teams.
The Wizards, right.
You're right. Yeah. So all I'm trying to realize is what are these teams that are tanking that have these great players that are saying, man, because the one time they got in trouble was the Dallas Mavericks. Remember that year and all that happened. But other than that, they find them. But what other team, though, do you normally see where you see players on a team that's tanking? You feel me? They got like multiple players. I'm like, oh my God, they got Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum, and they tanking right now. That don't happen. So I don't know what they're saying. Like, if you got two good players on your team, who tanks? I've never seen that before. Like I understand two okay players. Like you got Minnesota Timberwolves. They would seem like them type of players. But
other than the Mavs.
Yeah, other than the Mavs, and they got fined for it. You feel me? They guys got caught and got fined for it because their coach admitted it.
Oh God, I won't get on that, but yeah.
Hold up. Hold the front door because I shouldn't have thought of that because then it just switched. Who was the owner when they tanked?
Whoa! We don't bring that up. He does no wrong.
Who was the owner when they tanked?
I don't know who you're talking about. This guy does no wrong at all. You ain't.
Oh, it wasn't Patrick Dumont and is the governor or the Adamsons and all that?
It might have been the Adamsons.
Okay, I didn't believe it was. I believe it was someone else. But
hold on. Okay. So you saying he said what he said because of what happened to him? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, maybe. But it's crazy that he's talking about tanking and all. And why would you even say something? That's another moment of say less.
Hold on. I was about to say, didn't we have this same conversation? Was it last year? Yep. There you go. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. That's what it was. That's what it was. I mean, you know what he do. You know what he do. So in other words, you saying it's right message, wrong messenger?
Wrong messenger, bro. I told you always when it's right, when it's going to get a good response or whatever, lead the charge.
I'm the one that okay.
That started it. Yep, he's the Shark Tank. Feel me? You got it.
That's my show. I did it. But yeah, man. That's all we got, man, for the whole tanking thing, man. Y'all let us know, man, y'all opinions on this whole tanking issue. Or is tanking an issue or is it not an issue? Y'all let us know in the comment section, man. All right, King, let's go ahead and turn the page, man. Let's turn the page. Let's show some love to the merch. sir, ladies and gentlemen. We got merch on the channel. You can cop merch like what I got on right here, the NBA Jam cap and crown shirt. We have all those on our site. If you go down to the description box below, we have a link to our actual website where we have our merch. Or you can go down, I think, scroll right here up under the video. I think we have some merch here. Or you can scroll over to our store tab on our YouTube channel. Either way, you get more options if you do it through the site, but you have other options if you want to do it with some merch right here up under us, or go to the store tab on our page. Either way, you guys have options. Members, you already know. If you're a member of the channel, you get a permanent discount. You already know for anything that you order on the site, you get a permanent discount. Not a one time, not a two time, not a three. This ain't LeBron James and the Miami Heat. All right. Permanent. All right.
Ski.
Yes, sir. All right, King. Let's go ahead and get to them question and comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now, in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
All right. What up, Judah? He said, what's up? Mr. James says up as well. What up?
What up? What up?
Miss James says, who is the face of the league right now? Ooh. It's not really a face still. It was up in the air for Luka being in the Lakers and all, but we'll see what that happens after LeBron leaves, because that gotta be a divorce. But they pushing Wemby. I don't know if Wemby gonna play enough games and be able to be a face. So it's still up in the air, in my opinion. What you think, bro?
Yeah, I can't really put a finger on it. I know a lot of people say Jokic. Excuse me. I don't know a lot of people who say Shea, but Shea's probably in the conversation too. Like I said, there's some new faces starting to show up here. So it's anybody's guess right now. I don't know if there's like one like just pure dominant player out there right now, as far as they're being so dominant that their teams just stand shoulders above everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't really answer that question right now. I have no idea.
Larry, what up, Larry? He's a Glow Yacht member. He says the problem in the NBA as far as tanking goes is that there is no way to honestly stop it unless you can strip teams of having their own medical staff and are willing to have harsh penalties and not fines. I'm saying NBA medical staffs. I don't see why they don't have that at this point, but I guess who knows? You might be onto something right there with the NBA medical staff. Why not? What up, Richard? He says, to quote Ben, regulation solves a lot of problems of the NBA. Relegation,
yeah.
Yeah. Orange says Jaylen Brown is the MVP.
They playing right now.
I'm mad. Shout out to Chris over at Drip Show. Behind Ralph. We don't see his picture on the wall. He says Lakers should tank. Oh man. He said they need help in LA. Yeah. And he said your shirt is fire, bro.
Appreciate it.
And Richard also says there's usually only 4 or 5 teams out of the 30 that are openly tanking. LOL, the NBA has by far bigger issues than tanking, but that's just me. Facts, Richard. 100%.
No, I agree too, Richard. This is what I was saying. I guess some kind of what Mark Cuban was saying too. But those type of issues that he brought up, you don't hear people talking about that. Like the main trigger word now is tanking. That's what everybody's kind of focusing on or whatever. Kind of like when they said why is basketball unwatchable or whatever. They was people shooting too many threes. So that narrative kind of got out there. Now everybody is saying, it's threes. It's got to be threes or whatever, right? And it's like that's not the It's not the issue.
Bro, they can shoot hella threes. It's defense. That's the
I'm gonna
issue.
say that. No, you know how I told you what the issue was. It's how the game being covered.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah, but I
getting
mean,
no
as
love.
far as the actual game, though, shooting the
Actual
threes,
game.
I just think they need to play defense. I think they need to. You know how on games sometimes some years where they'll focus on like offense and make the offense better, and you can do things on offense on like video game and whatever. And then certain years they just make stuff better on defense, where you can actually, oh man, your defense is better. The NBA need to go back and like add stuff to defense. That's it. Like I think that the offensive game is incredible. The dunking, the athleticism, the 3-point shots, all that is awesome. Just I even think the mid range game will return if they allow defenders to do more on defense.
What you mean, King? What thing you add to defense?
Hand checking.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. My bad.
Just add that to the game. People on the street, people on the street won't be like, "Oh, we can hand check again." People on the street don't know what kind of rules they want to play, bro. When you on street ball, they be like, "Do you let people hand check when you play on the street?"
Yeah, street ball. I know.
Okay, so you don't be like get your hand off. You don't be smacking, get your hand off me.
People say get the hands off of you, but it's not like no. Hey, you.
No, that's not a foul. You can't call a foul. Just might have a hand. Yeah. I know some people. I know some people though. You keep the hand on them though, and they'll call a foul. They're basically playing for the foul and all that, saying like, stop calling a foul. You score, bro. You trying to score, but you.
Well, you got them dudes who missed the shot and then all of a sudden
fouls. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just going like, come on, man, make the shot. You ain't even trying to score. But yeah, and Drip said, "Why are you laughing? I'm dead honest. I know you are. I know you are, Chris. I know you are. You're honest about the Lakers, but." Y'all fine though, man. Y'all ain't even that bad. It'd be crazy when y'all like mad and you can still like win a good amount of games and all that. It's just not Laker level when you're not on the top of the other guys. We just get to the playoffs. Like a series of different things. I know they ain't winning a bunch of games. They ain't winning super amounts. Just get to the playoffs. So y'all be okay. JJ Redick. That's what it's going to be. Y'all gonna find out if y'all gonna keep JJ Redick or not. That's what y'all need to find out this season.
Yeah, I already see y'all front office position they sales for certain moves.
Get rid of everybody.
We don't see how that go, man. But yeah, man. But listen, we definitely appreciate you guys, rocking with us for another episode. We'll be back here on what's today? Wednesday.
Friday morning.
We'll be back on here on Friday morning, y'all. Come join us for another conversation, man. If you're into NBA content and all them good things, simply hit that subscribe button and join us here, y'all. We do this every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. We have conversations like this all the time. So if you guys want to join in for these conversations, join us over here for that, man. Like I said, every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday morning. So we'll be back this Friday morning. Our Friday morning shows are dedicated to the members of the channel. Speaking of the members of the channel, if you want to become a member of the channel, simply hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button and consider becoming a member of the channel. Becoming a member also has different perks and all that good stuff too, man. So you guys can become a member of the channel. That'd be much appreciated. Join us here on Fridays. Also, too, follow me on my other channel, Cuz We Geeked, where we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Shout out to Cuz, BA, and Big J. We have shows every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning, but we're going to have a show Friday evening this Friday because I have some stuff I have to do on Saturday. So, but yeah, we're gonna have a show Friday evening. You guys can join us for that. I would say tomorrow. Today's my Thursday. We'll have a show Friday evening. Matter of fact, we're gonna be talking about the new Mortal Kombat trailer just dropped today. The second Mortal Kombat trailer. So we're gonna be talking about that for show on Friday evening, y'all. So join us over there for that. If you're into Marvel, Star Wars, DC, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, all that good stuff. We talk about all that over there on Cuz We Geek, y'all. Kings, anything else I'm forgetting?
Share more, guys. Thank you guys so much for helping us out. Reach other folks in the algorithm. We see you guys over the new folks on the show that's commenting and all. We appreciate you guys so much. Also, follow myself, Queen, Travis, BA, and sometimes Devin. When we talk combat, we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I like to call us the best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. So if you're interested in combat sports at all, mainly WWE, we even starting AEW. We did an AEW watch along today. Come on over to the show. Check us out. We do recap shows Sunday afternoons, but like I say, we do watch alongs damn near every other day. And I feel like it's something else. Oh, I got to get to sleep soon because I'm going to New Zealand at 6 o'clock. Play Resident Evil.
Well, you heard he said, y'all. Get off my show, y'all. No, listen, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Rocking with your boys for another one. We'll be back here on Friday morning, y'all. Same cap time, same crown channel.
No cap.
Cap and crown. Listen, King, I keep trying to tell you that tanking is what's causing the issues in our world today.